Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some more PS5 news regarding the PS5 DualSense controller, as well as PS5 pre-orders. We actually got a little bit of solid information regarding pre-orders, and unfortunately, no, they are not up yet, so don't worry, but we will get into that in just a second. We're going to be talking about a couple different things about the PS5 DualSense controller. So basically, today what happened is Jeff Keighley was able to get hands-on with the PS5 controller, and he actually played Astro Playroom, which is going to be coming built into all PS5 consoles. So this is going to be a little bit of a game that you get to play built into your console. It's going to show off and showcase the DualSense controller capabilities. Again, built into every single PS5 at launch, and it's not just some weird demo or anything. It's actually apparently a full-length game. Well, maybe not like a full-length game, not like a 20-hour game, but apparently it's an actual game that, you know, it's going to take you, or could take you up to a few hours to actually play through if you decide to play through the whole thing. So again, it's just kind of a great game to show of the possibilities and capabilities of the DualSense controller. And again, it looks like a cool little platformer, you know, kind of style of game, if you will. So first of all, I'm gonna throw this up on screen right now. It's a comparison of the PS4 controller and the DualSense 5 PS5 controller. As you guys can see, the PS5 controller is a little bit bigger. Now, Jeff Keighley actually said something about it feeling kind of more weighty a little bit. It's a little bit more a little bit heavier than the PS4 controller, but he said it feels more structured. So it's not like a bad kind of extra weight. It just feels more structured, and like, I guess there's more going on inside of the controller. I guess it feels more, I don't know the word, I guess more high tech. I don't know, like there's more tech built into it, right? It feels more substantial, I guess is the best way to explain it. So pretty cool side-by-side comparison, because you can tell that the PS5 controller, the DualSense, is actually you know, it's a good amount bigger than the PS4 controller from what it looks like side by side. I mean, it's not like way bigger, but you know, it looks beefier, right? And I don't know, he said that his time with it, hands-on, it felt great. It didn't feel like it was a bad kind of bigger or beefier or heavier or anything like that. So I'm really excited. I cannot wait to get hands-on with it. It looks really, really cool. I've said it from the day one that this controller looks really cool. And so he was showing off a couple features, right? So obviously this controller has a built-in speaker, and it's going to utilize that speaker the way the PS4 game, or certain PS4 games did. So for example, especially with exclusives, a lot of the times certain sounds will play out of the PS4 DualShock controller, and it's going to be sort of the same thing with the PS5 controller, but I think the audio that's coming out of that controller is probably a little bit better than the one that's on the PS4 controller. It's a little bit more, I guess, refined, if you will, for lack of a better word. So like, for example, when he's playing Astro Playroom and you're going through some sand, you can actually feel the sand and hear the sand coming out of your speaker as well. So it kind of gives a little bit more extra immersion, I guess, if you will. And he was saying as well, as like, because of the haptic, you know, feedback in this controller, it really feels, you know, like you're actually moving through sand, right? So again, haptics are gonna, you know, be a lot better than just your standard rumbles. So I'm really excited about that. You know, when they announced haptics, I was super optimistic and excited about the possibilities of what games could do with the haptics, because there's so many possibilities on just making you feel all kinds of sensations out of the controller that we've never felt out of a controller before. So it's gonna be pretty cool, and it sounds really promising, you know, based on what he explained it as well. So we got that, and then of course the adaptive triggers. So games can actually program the triggers. So the triggers out of the box, I guess, are not like that, but you can program, developers can program the triggers, are programmable to basically have more tension and resistance. So in certain scenarios, for example, there was one scenario where he was like kind of, I guess, controlling some kind of spring or something, and there was more resistance when he was kind of like winding up that spring to like jump. So you'll feel more resistance, things like that, but it's not like the triggers themselves have the resistance on their own. Like I said, if the controller's turned off, you're not necessarily probably going to feel that. It's more like I said, it's programmable, right? So that means like every developer can program the triggers to have, you know, different kind of tension based on different scenarios. Maybe it's pushing a gas pedal in Gran Turismo 7. Maybe it's, you know, firing a gun in something like Call of Duty or something. You know, maybe it's you know, it could be anything. Maybe it's I don't know. Like I said, there's so many possibilities. So that's really cool and promising. But there was a couple, well, there's one specific feature that was actually unexpected. So obviously the DualSense controller, if you don't know, has a built-in microphone. One thing I never thought of was the possibilities that they could use this microphone for. So I don't know if you guys ever played the 3DS or the DS consoles by Nintendo, but those consoles had a built-in microphone. And if I think about one in particular situation in one game, I think it was Zelda Phantom Hourglass, if I remember correctly, there were certain times where you'd actually have to blow into the microphone to solve the puzzle. So for example, there was like a lantern that you'd have to put out, and you know, sometimes you couldn't figure it out, and it was as simple as physically blowing into the microphone. So there's actually some parts in Astro Playroom that Jeff Keighley was showing off that he had to blow into the microphone to you know, for your character to blow on like a little windmill thing or something, right? So that's really cool. So if more developers utilize that feature, I think they can add a cool little element to puzzle solving. That's something I thought was really cool about the DS and 3DS, and I thought that was a very unexpected feature and way that they're utilizing the built-in microphone on the DualSense controller. And again, you know, I'm sure, like, if let's say Uncharted 5 comes out, I'm sure, you know, Naughty Dog would utilize those features. A lot of the time the first party developers utilize, you know, the you know, full capabilities of the controller more than, you know, other developers necessarily do, like third-party developers. So I think that's really exciting. I know it sounds simple, but I mean, I think that's pretty cool. And then finally, PS5 pre-orders. So he was talking to someone from Sony. I can't remember his name, but he's someone that's higher up in the company. And he was basically asked about, you know, the pre-orders and the whole rumor thing that was going on last week. And the Sony exec was saying basically that, you know, they heard about a lot of people lining up at stores even, and it's like they didn't understand why, because obviously that information didn't come from them directly. And then he said that regarding pre-orders, whenever they're going to announce the pre-orders, they're going to give you substantial time. So it's not going to be a last-minute thing. Excuse me. It's not just like pre-orders are going to go live and, oh my goodness, you got to rush. Apparently it's going to be something they're going to let you know, okay, pre-orders are going to go live at this certain date. You know, you could be ready to pre-order that date. So, you know, it might be a day in advance, a couple days in advance, maybe a few hours. I don't know. I'm assuming the way he talked kind of sounded like they would give us, like, you know, maybe multiple days to like a week, 2 weeks advance notice. So it's not just going to go live. So don't worry. You can just live your life, and, you know, you're going to get notice eventually. I'll let you guys know when we do have official confirmation. So right now we don't have confirmation about when pre-orders are going to go live, but we do know that they will give us, you know, at least a little bit of a heads up before the pre-orders go live. It's not just going to be like, boom, they're live. None of that. So don't worry about that. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this video, my friends. Let me know what you guys think about that all in the comments below. Apologize, this video is a little bit late. I've been literally playing Ghost of Tsushima all day on the channel. So if you guys missed any of those episodes and you're interested, definitely check those out. If you want to check out my live streams over on Twitch, twitch.tv/JSkeleton92. I do other stuff there, usually for Let's Plays. I keep it here on YouTube, and like side missions and multiplayer games, and everything else goes on Twitch. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys are staying safe, staying well, and let me know your thoughts on all this new information in the comment section below. I'll see you guys soon in the next one, and until then, my friends, game on.